So let's talk about your Hostess packet. You may have already gotten it in the mail, but I want to go through and show you what you will see in there or what you can expect if you haven't gotten it yet. And the very first item that's on top is this little envelope. Inside of it, I gave you some application tools. If you don't have an application kit already, this can help you with your application. So I have the rubber cuticle pusher, an orange stick, a Jamboree nail file, a nail prep wipe, and I gave you an accent sheet. And you can either keep this for yourself or cut it apart and give samples to any of your friends. And a business card that has my contact information and application instructions. So that's what's in the first envelope. And then the next item is a photo album. This is your very own Jamboree brag book, so you can have all of your wraps in one location. And on the very front of it, I put a postcard in here for you. And it's the 8 secrets to hosting a successful Jamboree party and earning top rewards. So it has a lot of good tips in it. I'm not going to go through each item, but if you'll read through this will give you some awesome tips for your party. I'm also going to add you to my Hostess Bootcamp. So as soon as I send this video to you, I will add you to that boot camp, and there's some awesome tips in there as well. But when you open up the book, there's a save the date card just to remind you about your party, and a half sheet of wraps. So this may or may not look like the wraps that I sent you, but this is a half sheet of wraps. Put these on and get some jams on your fingers for the party if you don't already have them on. And then there's other spots where you can keep the rest of your Jamboree stash. The next item is the host join brochure, and it gives you information on hosting a party with all the rewards, and we'll go over that in a minute. And then if you would like to join and become a consultant, it goes over all of that information as well. And the picture at the very bottom shows if you host a $350 party, this is what rewards could look like for a party of that size. Again, we'll go over more in depth the rewards in just a minute. I am putting in here for you as well TrueShine application instructions if you have TrueShine, or if you don't, or if perhaps you're thinking about purchasing the kit, or if you have any friends that have questions about it. So you'll have the application instructions in there. And then the next 2 sheets are party point tally sheets. And I gave you 2 of these. One is for you to put your goal, and we'll talk in a minute about how to set that goal. And the other is actual. So as the items start selling in your party, this will give you a way to track your actual party points. And I'll give you a link as well that you can track online too. And then on the back of each of these, on the back of the goal sheet, is your wish list. So the items that you want to get for free from your party, and the items that you want to get half off. And again, we'll talk about how much you need to sell for each party, in your party, to get to the different reward levels, and how many free items you could get. But this is where you would do your wish list. So then your goals, what you would want to sell based on the monetary amount that you'll sell in the party, and then your wish list based off of that, the free items you could get. And then this is your actual. As the party goes through, you can start checking off and see where you are and see how close you are to your actual goal and how many of your items you can get, and you can put them on here. So when we go to cash out your rewards, you already sort of have a list in mind and in hand. And the next items, I gave you 4 order forms, and with the order forms, I put a little sticky note on the front of it, and it says collect 4 outside orders and get a surprise from me. So if you can collect 4 orders outside of your Facebook or home party, I will give you a surprise. So all you would have to do is get their information and write in their order and either send it back to me, or you can put the order in yourself depending on how they pay you, and we can talk through that each item individually. So that's those. You also have a catalog. I give you a full catalog. Sometimes it's nice to see the catalog versus just going through the website. And this has all of our wraps, current wraps in it, all of our information, and has detailed pictures with application instructions on the back as well. And the last item in your application, in your Hostess packet that I'm going to talk about is your Host Success Planner. I put one of these in here for you. It has my contact information on it, but the most important part is this back section. We're going to talk a little bit about your party, and this is true for Facebook or for home parties. Either way, you want to be personable and real with your guests that you're inviting. So I highly recommend using this and making a list of who you want to invite, and not just going through your friends list on Facebook and just adding people to the event. Because we will do an event either for home parties or for the Facebook party only. I will have an event set up. And you don't just want to add everyone. You want to think about each person individually. And this is a great way to help you do that. So writing this out, it is very helpful if you do have their phone number, and we can do a group text in addition to a Facebook message, and I will create a red stamp invite for you that you can send to them. And we can do that again, Facebook and text message. And we want to remind the guests a couple of days before the party starts that it's starting. So we want to personally invite everyone before we start the Facebook event. So think about who you're inviting, personally invite them, let them know about the party. I will send you in a message some sample verbiage you can say in your message to let them know what the party is like. And again, a red stamp or Canva invite that we can put in there. And then we're going to remind them a couple of days before. And I want to talk to you about the rewards. So you can see the rewards on here. You can also see them online on my website. Every party that reaches $100 or more, you're going to get a free sheet of nail wraps. Every party gets that at $100 or more. And then as you go up, $150 in party sales, $15 credit in addition to the free sheet, and 1/2 off item. So again, on your goal sheet, when you're thinking about how much you want to sell, it can really help to start with your wish list of how many items you're hoping to get for free, and then work backwards. So the sweet spot that I shoot for with every party is $400 in sales, and it does gradually go up. And when you get to $400, you get $80 in product credit. So you get the free sheet already, $80 in product credit, 5 half-off items, and 30% off anything else that you order. Plus, you get the current month and the next 2-month post exclusive. So that's 3 additional sheets for a $400 party. Plus 3 months of free shipping past that. So go through this, think about what your goals are. I will follow up with you a couple of days before your party to see what your goals are and to talk through what that would look like in orders, and of your friends who we think would order what and what their style preferences are, so that I know what to post in the party. If your guests are more, you think they would like the wraps more, or if they would gravitate more towards the True Shine gel system or our lacquers, we can talk through what would work best and what sort of games they would like to play. So in talking about the games, I wanted to show you some prizes that I have in store for your guests. And one of those is a Manny Pack. So a Manny Pack, in case a guest asks you and I'm not available, I do have a full-time job during the day, so I can't always answer questions immediately. I will try to as quickly as I can on my lunch breaks and before and after work. But I wanted to show you what the prizes look like in case someone asks you. So this is one of the prizes. It is a Manny Pack, and it is enough wraps to do a full manicure plus an extra one. So if you're familiar with Jamboree already, you know you would cut these in half and each side would do a nail. It won't necessarily be this design. I do have several mani packs, but I wanted to show you this as an example of what I would send. So this is what a mani pack would look like. I also do pedi packs, which is for a full pedicure, and it shows them here how to cut that apart. And it is the 2 largest wraps in the full sheet. So I cut those apart, and this will also be a prize, a pedi pack, and I'll include application instructions with all of these as well. Another prize is an accent sheet. Again, it could be a different looking accent sheet, and this one right here is a clear kind of empty space. So an accent sheet is a prize that I do pretty often, so several people may win an accent sheet. I also do occasionally a mini application kit. So this is what a mini application kit would look like, similar to part of what's in your Hostess packet, and I do include a flosser because it helps with removal. So this was what a mini application kit would look like for your party guests. And then every guest has an opportunity to request a sample. I will post this on the very first day of the party. It's very important that you tag your guests in that so that they know where to go to request a sample. And this is what a sample would look like. They'll choose one of the samples from my sample sheets. I'll give them that sample, and then I'll also include another one of an alternate size in case the one they requested doesn't quite fit them. And sometimes I'll try to do a different pattern. This is a glossy, so then I'll give a sparkle so they can try something different. So every guest has an opportunity to get 2 samples, and this would do 4 nails. And talking about tagging your guests in the sample request, you'll also want to make sure that you are liking every single post that I post, commenting at least once or twice a day, and posting on your own at least once a day. And I will be sending you some samples of ideas you can post, and on my Hostess Bootcamp there's some great ideas. All you have to do is save the picture, copy and paste in the verbiage that I give you, or change it to sound more like you. That's fine too. So it's super easy. It only takes a few minutes a day. We'll do a live game 2 or 3 times during your party, maybe 4, depending on how active your guests are, how available you are for the games. So be on the lookout for that, and you and I can discuss what dates work best for you to do the live games. So I want to talk to you very quickly too. One last thing is nail art studios. So within your party, you got to nominate a charity, and at the end of March, I will choose a charity from all of my hostesses that will receive 10% of the sales for January, February, and March. However, for your party, 30%, so all of the commission that I make from any nail art studio designs will go to your charity that you've chosen directly. So I will help you, or you will give me, and I will help you create a design that's just for your party only, for your guests, so we can work on that together. And that will be a very special design that only they can get, but they can also order from any of my other designs. I have some of them here. So they can order any of these. And the more they order, the less expensive they are. It is $25 for one sheet. The higher we get, it can go down to $20 a sheet. And we can talk through the pricing as well. But I wanted to go over this with you because, again, 30% of the sales of any nail art studio wraps, especially the one that you and I create together, will go directly to the charity you've chosen. And that is it. I'm very, very excited about your party. I can't wait to get started. And as soon as you get this video, I will also add you to the Hostess Bootcamp and answer any questions that you have. Again, your action items to do right now is to go through the Hostess rewards, think about the free items you want, set your goal, and think about how much money you would want to be donated to a charity, so then directly to your charity. So that would be your goal for nail art studio sales. And to think about in general, at the end, 10% of all the other orders would go to a charity as well. So think about your goals, what rewards you want, and getting your guests excited, coming up with your guest list. And once we do that, I will get your party opened. We'll get those messages sent out and the invites sent via Facebook. I can't wait to get started, and let me know if you have any questions.